Today we're going to be looking at some petty people who got some petty revenge. Don't assume others don't speak Spanish. So I'm a bridal stylist. I help people find their wedding gowns. I love my job and 99.9% of the time it's happy, wonderful job with great co-workers and customers. And then there's the 1%. Yeah, I feel like most jobs are like that. It's like 99.9% of jobs have their like good bits, but they also have their very bad bits. I had a bride today who was very sweet, but just didn't connect with the gowns we had. That's okay, it happens sometimes. But her mum, and somehow it's always the mum or aunt, was decidedly not happy and decided to talk me in Spanish the whole time. Why is it always mums? Like, I feel like that is such a mum or auntie thing. It's like the child could be completely fine, but it's the mum or the auntie. Like, I don't know why mums are weird. You know, you come across some mums are really nice and other mums are absolute nightmares. Does this woman know what she's doing? She's pulling nothing but ugly gowns. Said gowns were selected by the bride. Oh god, so her daughter literally selected these gowns and now the mum said, oh my god, they're awful. I hope you don't ever get as fat as her. And so on. Lovely. Oh my god, this proper is a mum from hell, isn't it? Now, I am wider than a jar of mayo and I don't necessarily look like I speak Spanish. However, my parents are from a Spanish speaking country, even though they're not ethnically Spanish. I knew a lot more as a kid, but I still know enough to get around. So yeah, this guy probably knows exactly what she was saying in Spanish. Honestly, if I were you, I'd say something back to her in Spanish just to see her reaction. I did see a video where someone went to China. It was like a white man and basically, you know, he's walking around and could hear what the people were saying in Chinese. He was basically going to nail salons, you know, getting his feet massaged, and obviously, you know, the people who work in the shops were talking to each other and talking about him. They didn't know that he could understand exactly what they said. And then whenever he went to pay, he started speaking perfect Chinese and their reactions were gold. So I waited until the end, and as they were leaving, I said, I hope you have a great day. Please feel free to come back anytime you'd like. We have lots more gowns and you can go through if you'd like in Spanish. To the bride and her mom, and oh man. I mean, yeah, that mom's probably just had a heart attack. You know how it feels good when you're in a ton of pain and the doctor finally gives you something that works and you're suddenly not feeling any pain anymore, or when you're craving the hell out of a specific flavor of ice cream and you manage to find it. Yeah, seeing the look in that bride's mom's face when she realized I heard and understood the entire hour of her ripping me to shreds was so much better. I mean, yeah, because the whole time she's probably thinking, oh my god, this stupid little white boy isn't gonna know what I'm saying. But little did she know he actually did. I mean, that right there is fabulous. You waited until the last minute, the last second, then you finally confronted her. I mean, maybe I'll teach her a lesson. First of all, don't run your mouth about people in public, and second of all, more people you know actually know Spanish. Handicap spaces are about accessibility, not convenience. Many years ago, my daughter had been fussy all day long. My wife was ready to pull her own hair out. Therefore, I took my daughter with me to the store. She was very young and pretty, with the cutest little purple wheelchair secondary to Spinabithida. I won't lie, I don't know what that is. I'm just gonna assume it's some sort of wheelchair. We get to the store, unload her wheelchair, climbed into the chair, and off we go. After shopping is done, we're back at the Suburban, reversing the process to load her up and stow the chair. As I'm loading said chair, Dude pulls up next to me in a new Converti, still with the paper tags on it, convertible containing Dude and his trophy, or significant other. I casually mention that he's pulled into a row of handicap spaces without a handicap tag or place card. He says, yeah, I know, and saunters off to the shop with his SO. I'm gonna assume his SO is maybe wife or girlfriend, something like that. Well, I'm a little pissed at this moment, but don't want to do damage to such a beautiful car. Then an evil thought enters my brain. Okay, what's this evil thought gonna be? Like, I'm low-key getting quite interested. I go to the cart storage just in front of where we park. I put carts in a loose formation around his car. Security guard comes out but just watches. An off-duty cop also comes out and also just watches. I proceed to put several layers of carts tightly packed together 360 degrees around his car. I approach the guard and city cop and explain the dude has been used in handicap space for convenience, not due to an accessibility problem. I point out that no carts are touching his car, so no damage, but that he's sure as hell has an accessibility problem now. They both crack up laughing at this point. The cop says he hopes the guy complains because he'll write a ticket to that dude. I laugh quite a bit over this and quite frankly still do every now and then. I mean, yeah, to be fair, this guy's literally parking in a handicap space when he's quite clearly not disabled and doesn't need to. I kind of wish that there was a rule in place where if someone does park in a parking spot like that, you know they automatically do get fined. Maybe America needs to bring that into law. Nice. I worked at a skilled nursing facility and our maintenance guy would park his very nice Mercedes in the handicap spot every day. Actually, only 2 out of 3 in the spot. No handicap place card or plate, just a prick that didn't want his nice car to get damaged. I finally got fed up and reported him to the handicap parking violation department of our city's law enforcement. I anonymously reported him every day for a week with pictures. My co-workers were delighted when he got a ticket and never parked there again. I mean, yeah, sometimes you do need to get a ticket to learn not to do it. But yet again, why did they do that? Do you think they're not going to get away with it? Obviously, them parking spaces are there for a reason for people who have disabilities. And yes, they might never be filled up, but just because they're filled up doesn't mean that you can fill it up. These ass clowns are under the mistaken impression that parking like that will reduce the likelihood of damage to their compensation couches. Little do they realize how many people this is an active challenge for, making them probably more likely to get worse damage from an unfortunately pointy key sticking out from a belt, keychain, or any number of other totally unintentional occurrences that could befoul their compensation apparatus. I mean, yeah, like think of it, if you're literally parking a car in a handicapped spot and you don't need to, people are probably going to go out of their way to damage your car. You want all the boys, you can have them. I just saw another post and it reminded me of this. When I was in high school, I had a friend who was incredibly manipulative and attention seeking, especially when it came to boys. If she found out that someone had a crush on me or anyone else in our friend group, she would swoop in and flirt to take the attention. This went double if I liked the guy back. Okay, so basically this horrible fake friend, it's basically the type of friend to get with your boyfriend behind your back. So yeah, pretty crap friend. I even had a vivid memory of her straddling my boyfriend in his school's stairwell while the three of us were hanging out. Her guy was so uncomfortable and was the only one who didn't fall for her. He and I are still besties 15 years later. Going into university, I started going out with a new group of friends who were really into clubbing. Get a bunch of students drunk and dancing together, and of course moves will be made. I had no interest in the chads that came sniffing around, so when they'd asked for my number after multiple polite rejections, I thought to myself, you know who would love this? The girl from high school. I see exactly where this is going, and this right here is petty. So from then on, whenever I got some pushy guy who just wouldn't take no for an answer, I told them my name was her name and then gave them her number. She's always wanted the attention that I received. It just made sense to help her out. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, if she wants to get with loads of guys, especially the guys who want to get with her friends, she might as well pretend to be her. I bet you she sat at home thinking, why am I literally getting so many messages? Like, she's probably enjoying it. For all we knew, she could end up dating one of them. I don't know if I'm wrong for this, but ... So I used to work at a retail store. It was my first retail job, and honestly, I liked it because of the people I got to meet and build connection with. I had regular customers whom I developed deeper connections with, but as usual, I have had the difficult ones too. On this fine day, I was put in the registers and we had a huge sale going on. So people had been buying like 30 to 100 items, and the line was so long that we had to open the second set of registers. I was having an okay-ish day, but putting on a brave face for the customers. Okay, so I think I know where this is gonna go. It's probably gonna be a Karen or like a rude child. As I called up the next person on the line, I saw she had her daughter with her, and me being a lover of kids, I waved and smiled, but the little girl gave me a dead angry look. So I figured she is angry with the world because her mummy didn't buy her anything. But as the mum was placing the items, the little girl grabbed a small round toy and placed it on the countertop. So I moved it to the side to scan the big items before scanning the small one. The girl picked it up and shoved it on my face saying, you better not put this in the bag. Okay, you better not put it in a bag, you got me. You better not put it in, I'm warning you. I grew up with siblings and have met other children who act like they're giving you a warning but are super sweet so you won't take them too seriously. I mean, by the sounds of it, this girl's very serious. She seems like an absolute psychopath. This girl wasn't giving me that vibe, and the vibe I got was that she views me as some sort of servant, and the fact that her mum didn't correct her didn't sit well right with me. I mean, yeah, think of it, like if she's literally being incredibly rude and her mum's not correcting her, that's bad parenting on the mum's side. From that, I realized the girl was a spoiled brat. Mind you, I was scanning about 50 items the mum bought, so they spent about 20 to 30 minutes with me, and this girl kept repeating herself. So I decided today is the day she will learn the consequences of her own actions. After scanning all the items, I placed them in a big bag and then scanned the toy last, place it in a small bag, tie it so tight, and then place it in another bag, tied that and put it in another bag. The girl got mad and was screaming at me, going, I told you not to put it in a bag. I ignored and told her mum some parents have came back saying the toy broke or got lost. So as an extra precaution, I like to help my customers get their item home in one piece, which was a lie by the way. And the mum bought it. Oh my god, so the mum actually believed it. I mean, she seems like a bit of an idiot. I still heard the girls screaming the same thing over and over again as they walked to the parking lot. This wasn't a big thing, but sometimes I remember this and I just think about how parents need to raise their kids better than being spoiled brats. I mean, yeah, it's very, very, very easy to raise a spoiled brat. And like, it's a fact that like the child's literally acting like that in public. Like, it's bad enough acting like that behind like the home. But like, if you're doing that out in public, absolutely not. The girl got mad and was screaming at me going, I told you not to put it in the bag. You should have replied, but you didn't say please. I mean, yeah, by the sounds of it, this girl needs to learn some manners. She needs to say some pleases and thank yous. Bluetooth speaker revenge. Okay, so this right here is my type of revenge. Like, I would think it's so funny to hack into someone's TV or speaker and play like really scary sound. One of my old neighbors loves to blast loud music and watch soccer every damn night with his friends. I've had enough and wanted to do something original just to annoy him and give him a good scare. While I was on my phone, I noticed a bunch of devices in the Bluetooth settings. I saw an unsecured Bluetooth speaker, so naturally I waited until they were all asleep and then I paired my phone with it. I then played a super loud window breaking sound effect, and since there's absolutely no soundproof in here, I could hear it through the wall along with their screams. I had to laugh in a pillow to not get caught. I hope that I'll be able to sleep because I can't stop thinking about it. It was really entertaining. See, if I were you, what I would do is play like a really scary sound of like a woman going, ah! Like imagine you're literally asleep and you hear like someone growling, like a man talking. Nah, I'm so sorry, that right there is evil. That's a perfect petty revenge. At night, or when you know there's only one person home, the sound of people whispering, you can find some dark and scary sounding ones. They've been messing with your head, so I mean, think of it, they've been up really loud making loads of noise. You might as well go out of your way to try to torment them. Yet again, that one would probably be worse, like the whispering, because think of it, if they literally hear whispering late at night, they're gonna be thinking, oh my god, is there a ghost in here? Well, anyways guys, that's some people who got some petty revenge. If you've ever got some petty revenge, let me know down in the comment section down below. I don't think I have, but who knows, maybe I will. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you're a subscribe and see you all tomorrow for another video.